everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica and today I have my Pan Those Palettes update for you. I am doing the PANtastic Ladies theme, which is fun size. That was created by Lootens. And I'm also doing the Better Together, which was created by Paula, or a beauty guru made me do it. And I'm kind of like concerned about this update. Like I've made some progress, but maybe not enough. But let me give you all the details. This is going to be obviously a PANtastic Ladies collab. Both of them, they are done separately. There's going to be two different spreadsheets down below, one for each of the projects for everyone else that has joined in. And this ends on December 31st. We are working on getting our new theme. It will be up soon. We've got the second round poll, and then we will be doing the final poll in like 4 days, 5 days, something like that. We'll put that up. So early in November, we will have our theme, hopefully. So I am working on the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions palette as my official Pan palette, my fun size palette. And for my Better Together, I am working on the Marc Jacobs Fantasy palette. And it is interesting. All right, let's do Huda first because, you know, I always do Huda first. I'm going to show you where I was last month. And this is what she is looking like right now. There's a lot of silver, but don't be fooled by this. We're going to go through each and every shade. The first shade I've only used a few times, so there's not really going to be any progress there. Same with shade 2. I started using it with my finger, so I actually have covered over that pan that it originally had. But, you know, it is what it is. I am not worried about it. Now, shade 3 looks empty, but if you watched any of my Franken videos in the last couple of weeks, you'll know that even though this pan is empty, that shadow is not gone. I have put it in my Franken blush. So it is in here mixed with a bunch of other things. So until my blush is done, I cannot claim that shade 3 is done. So I will be updating you on this blush every time I update you on this palette, just because, you know, it still exists, just in a slightly different form. All right, now on to shade 4 here. You will see quite a bit of changes here. I did use a lot of it on my eyes, but I did put also a little bit of this in my blush to deepen it up a little bit. So again, you know, I've got stuff from here into this blush. Until the blush is done, this palette is not officially done, even if everything else looked like it was done. Moving on to the center shade here, I definitely have some progress there. I have completely cleaned out this one corner and I'm starting to work my way down. Is it the most amazing progress? No, but it is progress, so I will take it. This shade here I've only used maybe once since the last update, so no major progress there. I do have some progress down here on shade 7. I had baby pan on this Franken. Now I have some decent sized pan. And I'm actually going to be focusing on this one for the next month. I'm hoping to get this one done. This shade 8 has been done, so we're not even going to worry about that. And then shade 9, I made massive, massive progress on this. I've used it on my nails. I've used it on my eyes. I've used it just about every way I can think to use it. And it is due for a repress. Look at that. It's mostly just around the edges. And I'm also going to focus on getting this done. So it would be nice if I could have this bottom row completely done by the next update. That would be optimal. I feel like if I can do that, I might actually have half a chance at getting this palette done this year. If I don't get that done by the next update, I don't know. I don't know that I can finish that palette because I'm running out of time. We're all running out of time, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. So for Better Together, I am working on the Marc Jacobs Fantasy palette. Y'all watch me Franken this. If you watched my Franken Friday video a while back, a couple of weeks ago, you saw the Franken of this. And then I re-Frankened it. And then, you know, I re-Frankened it until it's shades that I feel like I can use. So let me show you where I was after the first Frankening. Sadly, I don't have any pictures of the refrankens, but this is what the palette is currently looking like. Very, very different. It almost looks like I'm going backwards because there's more product in here, but the product that is in here now is much more usable for me. This is the shade that got way too dark. And I have gotten it to the level where I can use it. It is what I'm using in my eyebrows. And I can use it as that. I can use it in my outer V. I can use it in my crease. And I'm making good progress. This pan was completely full. And I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but it is less full. And I'm making a good progress on it. All right, moving on to shade 2. That was repressed in my Franken/repress video. And you can see I've re-hit Massive Pan. I do have it in my crease, like my first crease, I guess, second transition shade, whatever you want to call it. This one is going to be done by the next update. I am absolutely certain of it. It is going very quickly. It's extremely thin. Moving on to shade 3. This one is about as thin as this, but I have not been focusing on it. I do think I can have massive, massive pan in this repress by the next update. This middle shade here, I have largely ignored this one since the last update. I think I've used it once and you can't tell. So I need to focus on that one, though I'm not sure if I want to or not. The orange here, I have used it a couple of times. Nothing major there on that one, but you know, it's getting used. It's just not, it's not about to finish anytime soon. All right, we've got this one here. This was Frankened. I had put it in a small pan, and then I think I made a bronzer out of it, and I have actually been using it as my bronzer. I do have it on today, and I use it on my eyes. I use it on my face, so I am not worried that it's getting done. It has a nice little dip, but because I use such a fluffy brush to do my bronzer, it is wearing fairly evenly, and by the time I hit pan on this, it's going to be thin all over. And then this last shade, yeah, I franked that one as well. It was an orange shade. Now it is just a really easy crease shade for me to use, crease/transition. I feel like it is fairly similar to shade 2, and once this is done, then I will be focusing on this. I feel like overall the shades in here are going to be much easier for me to get through, and I'm going to start making some really good progress on that. Now that I've Frankened, refrankened, and refrankened, it is where I need it to be to get it done. My work for this next month obviously is going to continue working on this brow shade. This one, number 2, is going to be done. Massive pan here. I would like to see at least some pan again here and just make more progress on the remaining shades. So we will see if I can achieve that by the next update. Fingers crossed that I can make some decent progress on it, because if I don't start making really good progress, then these are not going to be done this year. I have made good progress on some of my other palettes, as you will see in my empties coming up in a few days. So I'm really hoping with some of those other palettes being knocked out that maybe, just maybe, I can start making some massive headway on these, because yeah, it's got to happen. But I'm working on less shadows now overall, and I'm really focused on the ones that I know I want done by the end of this year. So fingers crossed, wish me luck, and we'll see if I can get some more good progress on these. All right, I'm rambling because it is like almost 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm tired and I'm starting to feel a little slap happy, so I need to wrap this up. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and until I see you on my next video, have a beautiful day.